what's going on, YouTube family? It's Mace back with another video. Today we're going to look at Mel Kiper Jr.'s top 10 cornerback prospects. So we're moving on to the defensive side of the ball. Of course, Mel Kiper is very polarizing to a lot of you, obviously. Mixed opinions, but hey, the proof is in the pudding. He knows more than what we do. He's very plugged into the NFL, coaches, GMs, owners, recruits. He knows what he's talking about. He's been doing this, frankly, since my parents were in jammies. So we're going to take a look at the top 10 corners. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. Join the team. We're on the road to 1K. But without further ado, let's get to it. All right, starting at number 10, we have Emmanuel Forbes, Jr. out of Mississippi State, listed at 6 foot, 180 pounds. This season's stats, 6 interceptions, 10 pass defenses, and 39 tackles. QB ratings when targeted is 61.9. Emmanuel Forbes, obviously a pretty good cornerback. Things that I noticed, he high points the ball very well. Good ball skills when the ball's in the air. He knows how to catch it like a receiver, obviously. 6 interceptions. Wasn't very heavily targeted this season, so he honestly could have had even better stats than what he already had, but quarterbacks weren't throwing to his side. One thing he can improve on, definitely, just when evaluating, is he doesn't help at all in the run game. Like, he looks like he doesn't like contact that much. So if you're looking for a corner in your scheme as a defensive coordinator to help in run support, that's not him. That's just not his game. Next, number 9, Kiper has Kyu Blu Kelly. Hey, I'll be honest, I don't know how to pronounce his first name, so I'll call him Kyu Blu Kelly out of Stanford. A senior, 6'1", 190 pounds this year. No interceptions, but had 6 pass defenses, 26 total tackles. Blu Kelly, he's a man coverage specialist. Like, that's where he thrives at. Put him in front of that receiver and tell him to lock him up. That's what he can do. I could definitely see him with his size and his traits being so good at man coverage. He could definitely turn into a CB1 a couple years from now at the NFL level if he develops and goes to, the right defensive coordinator. But he loves press, very athletic, track and field athlete. He can line up on the outside. He has the prototypical size. He's system dependent. I honestly feel that it's very imperative for his NFL career that he goes to the right defensive coordinator with the scheme that fits his skill set. He's a system type player. At number 8, we have Max Melton, Jr. out of Rutgers, listed at 6 foot, 190 pounds. This season, 2 interceptions, 9 pass defenses, 33 tackles. The QB rating when targeted is 87. He's really good in press corner, solid ball skills. He has good size and length. He could turn into a starter one day, not right now. He's not the best when it comes to his technique and tackles, does a lot of lunging. Just really laissez-faire and lacks a lot of ambition when it comes to tackling, form, and technique. Goes for strips way too much. So I'd say that's the major red flag for him and something he's going to have to work on if he wants to get on the field at the next level. Number 7, we have Cam Smith, a junior out of South Carolina, listed at 6 foot, 188 pounds. This season had 1 pick, 5 pass defenses, and 27 tackles. QB rating when targeted was only 61. And to be honest, that's pretty good, you gotta admit. I love his form and his technique. You could tell he really puts a lot of effort and time into his craft. Just little things like his back pedal jumps off the screen to me. And because he has such a smooth and developed back pedal, that allows a lot of plays to stay in front of him. He doesn't give up the big play. 6 foot, almost 190. He's got the length, very fluid hips, has good top end speed. So receivers that are deep threats, he can stay with them because of the back pedal and, as I mentioned, the deep speed he has. Not the best press man corner. He's much better playing off man, but that could also be just the scheme that South Carolina implements. Next up at number 6, we have Clark Phillips III, junior out of Utah, listed at 5'10", 183 pounds. Season stats, 6 interceptions, 6 pass defenses, 24 tackles. QB rating when targeted, 73.6. Personally, one of my favorite cornerbacks in this class. Very agile, great change of direction. That, to me, can put versatility, whether he plays slot or starts off at the slot corner and then eventually move his way to the outside. at the next level. One of the best zone coverage corners in this class. Definitely can be too aggressive when left in man and left in an island. Next level, he's going to have to really clean that up if he wants to be a CB1 one day. And I know Mel Kiper clearly has him at number 6, but Clark Phillips is somebody I think could definitely be one of the best corners when we look back a few years from now. At number 5, we have my man Kelee Ringo, junior out of Georgia, 6'2", 210 pounds. This season, 2 interceptions, 6 pass defense, 36 tackles. QB rating when targeted was only 67.7. Has a blue chip background, former 5-star prospect. Elite size as a corner, 6'2", 210. He's built like a safety, but he is athletic like a corner, and that's what's so intriguing about him. Very versatile. Even at Georgia, there were times where he was matched up with tight ends. Elite athlete, rare traits at the cornerback position. He's best when he's pressing in man coverage, using that size, using those long arms. Very instinctive in zone, but this year, as we all know, or a lot of you know, he gave up a lot of big plays. I know Marvin Harrison Jr. is a hell of a prospect for next year, but man, he was cooking him. And there was just throughout the season stretches of inconsistency, but Kelee Ringo was mocked as a top 10 draft pick for a reason at the beginning of this season. And if he can clean some things up, there's no reason why this man isn't that all-pro lockdown corner. Mel Kiper has Devon Witherspoon ranked as his number 4 cornerback prospect right now, junior out of Illinois. 6'1", 180 this year, 3 interceptions, 14 pass defenses, and 42 tackles. QB rating 44 when targeted. That's very impressive. One of the best tacklers I watched on film in the cornerback class, so he has the desire, and you don't see that too often in young corners. He loves contact, for sure. At 6'1", 180, kind of light in the frame, but like I said, he can lay the hit, plays much bigger than that. This year it showed some of the best man coverage skills in this class. Quite frankly, he's a ball hawk. Now, a lot of people will say, due to his frame, that may cap his overall ceiling at the NFL level, but he's going to be a very high floor type of player. Number 3, we have Deonte Banks, junior out of Maryland, 6'2", 205 pounds. This season, 1 interception, 8 pass defenses, 38 tackles. QB rating when targeted, 71.3. Really good at tracking the deep balls. Honestly, very physical. He finishes tackles. He's 205 pounds, so he's got the versatility and size. One of the best jams that I've seen in this class. He really likes to stick his hand in the receiver's chest. Recovery speed may not be the best just as far as his overall athleticism, but he's definitely a really good corner prospect. All right, number 2, we have Christian Gonzalez, junior out of Oregon. 6'2", 201 pounds this season, 4 interceptions, 7 pass defense, 51 tackles, transfer from Colorado. He has excellent hands, great ball skills, catches like a receiver. He's a solid tackle, as I mentioned, 51 tackles at the cornerback position. Tall, athletic, really good straight line speed. If he runs the 40 at his size, 6'2", 200 plus pounds, he's going to really have some GMs fall in love with that type of size, speed, versatility. Really good change of direction. Honestly, watching the Oregon tape, he plays off ball a lot, so you can say he's a little bit more on the conservative side, but for me personally, I don't know if that's just more of the scheme of the defense he was playing, or if just, hey, that's his skill set, his strength, and he doesn't really feel comfortable playing press man. But if he played a lot more press man coverage, to me, he'd be the undisputed number 1 corner in this year's class. And the number 1 corner for Mel Kiper this year is Joey Porter Jr., a junior out of Penn State, 6'2", 198 pounds. The name sounds familiar. That's because he's the son, obviously, of Joey Porter Sr., the legendary Steelers linebacker back in the day. QB rating when targeted for Joey Porter Jr., 73.7. He's got the football IQ. He's got the lineage. More than likely, Joey Porter Sr.'s father put in a lot of time teaching him the fundamentals of the game, and he plays very smart. He's got good length and size. He'll also commit and run support. Great ball tracking skills, very clutch, a lot of third down plays, just him and the receiver, one-on-one on an island. He's making that play and it's fourth down for his team. Joey Porter, however, will need to work and clean up his technique. A lot of penalties, and if he wants to be trusted upon from the defensive coaching staff, he's going to have to clean that up. Pass interference, for example, in the NFL is a spot foul. It's not 15 yards, so it can really kill your team. But there you have it. These are Mel Kiper Jr.'s top 10 cornerback prospects. I want to hear your guys' opinions. Who's too low? Who's too high? Who's being slept on? Who's overrated? Of course, I have my own opinions. There are some individuals that I feel are ranked too low or too high, but I also want to hear your guys' opinions as well. I'm actually going to come out with my own top 5 cornerback position prospect list here in the near future. But other than that, if you made it this far, hey, I deeply appreciate it. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, still on the road to 1K. I appreciate everyone's support to this moment. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. Deeply appreciate it. But I'm going to let you guys go, and I hope you have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next video.